Oh, what's that thing doing on? It's not 2024 yet, is it? Oh no, that could only mean one thing. It's Drag Idol AllStars. Well, welcome to Snatch Talk. Oh, hello there. I'm the Velvet Snatch, and welcome to one of two special episodes of Snatch Talk, covering the one-off event Drag Idol AllStars All Winners Edition, which those of you at the final of Drag Idol 2023 might have been expecting.
Yes, it's been a great year. We've been doing this for a long, long time. But there's one thing I need to say, unfortunately. On the 12th of November this year, make sure you know where, on this stage, we're having all-star winners!
But what is it? Well, with 2023 marking the 16th year that the Newcastle-based competition has run, organiser Chris Howe has decided to bring back as many of the previous winners as he can for a once-in-a-lifetime spectacular celebration at Boulevard in Newcastle. Now, I have to point out that despite what was said before, this will not be a competition per se, and there will be no All-Star Winners winner. Probably because that sounds really stupid, but also because these are all winners and they have nothing more to prove to anyone, except that they can still put on a fantastic show for the rest of us. In light of this, and because some of the fans of Drag Idol might be a little further afield or, dare I say it, sickeningly young, I thought I'd do a quick rundown of each of the winners over the years and save coverage of the event and any interviews with the stars themselves for later. Well, Drag Idol started back in 2006 as just the pipe dream of a few local queens, we call them legends now because they're old, and of course resident DJ Chris Howe, who, along with mic problems, has been a fixture of the competition since the beginning. The first year of Drag Idol took place at one bar in Newcastle, which became Sunset Boulevard and then became Bottoms Up, and now I think it's a newsagent's. Meaning that technically the last person to perform at the venue was either Bobby's Open Drag host Pebble Dash or Tesco last week while going in for a can of Monster and some poppers. Honestly, it's hard to believe that in the early days Idol was such a small event, as for its first year a few of the contestants entered purely to boost the numbers. One of these was the drag king Paddy No Tool, who at the time co-hosted a karaoke night at Bank Bar with future Drag Idol judge Miss Kitty Latour. The gamble paid off though, and Paddy was the first to take home the crown. Here's some actual footage of that glorious event. Chris Howe had hair. Burn the tapes. Moving on. The second year of the competition saw a swell of new performers, including Darcy Twinkle, Lena Rover, Polyester, and the return of some Year 1 contestants like Frenchie Kiss and Anna Morphic, who are now well known as the double act, the Idol Sisters. This was also the year that we were introduced to finalist and future all-star Helga von Rugmuncher, who you may, bloody well should, know as Baron LeVay, the dark force behind alternative drag competition Vampers Tits. The competition was close and ended, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, in both Helga and fellow finalist Sushe Buffet doing tap dancing numbers at the final, with Sushe taking home the crown with just one vote between them, and, as a little bit of extra drama, with Sushe's mentor throughout the competition, Greta Lamore, voting for Helga. I've actually got some photos from this year, including both Sushe Buffet, as seen here, Helga von Rugmuncher, as seen here, and first-time guest judge Miss Rory, as seen here. But what would become of Sushe? God, I love saying that name. It's so silly. Sushe Buffet, is it sushi or is it Sushe? Sushe, yeah, Sushe Buffet, yes. Sushe Buffet. Okay, I really, really like that name. But yes, I think it's supposed to be sushi, but I don't know, I just like saying it, Sushe. Well, they haven't done drag for a while now, but they changed their name to Ruby Reynolds later, and was fairly active on the scene for a number of years. 2008 saw the competition move to Switch Bar for the first time, and a stiff competition was won by drag queen Tequila Mockingbird. But where are they now? Well, in the years since, Tequila has moved to a terrifying, fiery hell full of crazy people throwing rabid koalas at you. That's right, Birmingham. Wait, no, Australia. Yes, they're now a very famous and very well-established performer on the Melbourne scene. Even more amazingly, in 2021, drag queen and long-term drag idol judge Penny Arcade got both Sushe Buffet and Tequila Mockingbird back together. Could either of them make another appearance at AllStars? No. Moving on. Now, if you've ever happened to make the mistake of existing for a period of time in the northeast of England, you might have heard of our 2009 winner, Tess Tickle, who I feel I don't need to cover too much, as they've gone on to be one of our most well-known local queens, performing on tours as Tess Tickle and the Dragettes, and at pride events up and down the country, attending award shows, doing community advocacy work with their charity, the Angel Trust. Need I go on? Check their Facebook page or official website if you want to catch one of their shows. But will they be at AllStars? It's a tough one, as it might have been announced by the time this video goes out, but I've not heard any rumours, and Cris is keeping his delicious lips sealed. Next up is a year that I have very little information on. I've reached out and asked, but I wasn't there and I can't find any footage, but in 2010 we were back at One Bar for the final time. It was certainly an interesting finale, as each finalist had to prepare and perform a routine with their drag mentor. In the end, it was Cara Van Site performing with their mentor, Judge Ophelia Balls, that took home the crown. But where is Cara now? Well, she's since changed her name to Cara O'Hara and performs alongside Tess as one of her fabulous dragettes. Likelihood of Cara returning for AllStars? Well, if Tess is there, it could be possible. The winner of 2011 is another well-known queen on the scene. Gloria Hole edged out the competition, and if there's someone that knows about edging, it's Gloria, especially when it's stiff competition like icon and future Drag Idol All-Star Megan Madey. Since winning Drag Idol, she's gone on to have a residency at the famous Ricky's Cabaret Bar in Gran Canaria, as well as touring the UK. Now she's back home and working 6 nights a week between Bank Bar, Bobby's and Rusty's. Sounds exhausting. In 2012, Drag Idol took a year off, probably in preparation for that apocalypse we were supposed to have, and possibly due to the great sequin famine of that year. Glitterless bastards. Now, 2013 saw Drag Idol move to Rusty's for the first and only time, and the appearance of one of my favourite winners, Anna Morphic. Their first time performing was this competition, and they smashed it. Since winning, Anna has went on to perform around the country and to form the iconic Shade Dark Drag Collective with local icons Mother Tucker, Crystal Meth, Beauty Killer and Venus de Milo. Anna Morphic is one of those queens held in high regard by everyone on the scene, not only for their longevity as a performer and host, but for the fact that they've been milking 2 numbers, Diva and Drama, for about a decade now. If Gloria Hole is an edger, Anna's a milker. We were back at Switch for Drag Idol 2014, and this was a hell of a year. Not only was it the first year with penetration as a judge, but I'm tempted to say it was the year that Drag Idol became massive, with 3 big names coming out of it, namely Heather Fetish, October DeWinter and Danny DeLonco, but more on them later. A documentary was even filmed throughout the competition, but seemingly never finished or released. Shame. The final was incredibly chaotic, with DeLonco forgetting their outfit for one of their numbers and doing it in a manky onesie, and even doing their second number in an actual bathtub. And Heather Fetish providing us with one of the most controversial performances of Idol that had to be censored for YouTube. What happened? Ask your drag mother, or in the comments below. In the end, it was equally alternative queen October DeWinter that took the win. Since winning, she's moved more into cosplay than drag and only appears for occasional guest judge appearances in Vampers Tits, although I get the feeling we've not seen the last of her. Middlesbrough and Stockton's own Gucci Gabore won 2015 at the tender young age of 18. Makes you sick, making her probably the youngest Drag Idol winner ever. Gucci's various styles of drag won the judges over and edged out fellow contestants, such as future Drag Idol judge Plastique. Since winning, she's become a big name with various residencies across Teesside, often alongside Judge Penny T, and drag daughter Gloria Gabore, who I think is retired now but would go on to be a finalist in 2021. Another alternative queen, Octavia Die. I don't know if it's D. Maybe it's D? Either way, Octavia Die brought home the crown in 2016, and I'm so gutted that I missed this year, as all their performances and their own brand of dark EDM pop music is phenomenal. Octavia has pretty much vanished since winning the competition, which is a shame, although their year also gave us the Welsh drag powerhouse Plopalina Shitstorm. It wouldn't be the last time we'd see them either, as Plop was back in 2017 alongside fellow former finalist Dyldo as the legendary duo Dragon and the Whale. What can I say about these two except that they were comedy gold, with the pair storming the competition and leading to the infamous Cheesecake Gate. Once again, ask her drag mother. Now, in the past few years, Plop has retired from drag, so it leads us to wonder whether Dyldo will be back for AllStars performing alone. I guess we'll just have to wait to find out. Either way, since winning the competition, Dyldo has appeared on television and performed internationally. 2018 was the year that I started watching the show, and wow, what a lineup, with contestants like Gothic Tart Risque, Drag Pick and Mix Latrine Lurker, Fabulous Diva Kitana, and Dance Sensation Layla Sphinx fighting it out. But it was comedy queen and old lady enthusiast Gladys Duffy that won in the end. So, what has Gladys been doing since her win? Well, pretty much everything. As one of the most well-known winners of the whole competition. She's appeared on the telly, she's toured the UK with RuPaul's Drag Race Stars, hosted a weekly show with Pride Radio, performed her own one-woman show at Edinburgh Fringe, and frankly was robbed in the Drag Idol UK final down in London earlier this year. Not to mention being a regular staple at nights in Manchester, Newcastle and all across the country. Gladys Duffy is not only one of the biggest fans of Newcastle Drag Idol, she's one of its greatest stars. 2019 was the year that we forgot to double-check people's passports at the door, and legendary Spanish immigrant Choriza May took home the crown against stiff competition such as Faux King Dick and Pebble Dash. I was there also. Since her win, where do we start? After a slew of amazing residencies and TV appearances, she found herself on Season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK and was propelled into worldwide stardom, appearing on tours, TV shows, podcasts, radio shows, you name it. She's been a guest judge on Drag Race Hispania, and there may be future announcements to be made. She's even got her own music career, with hit songs such as My Pussy Is Like a Peach and Sangria-Induced Nightmare, Feeling Fruity. Fruity! I must admit that it seems unlikely that someone like Choriza May would come back to do a one-off show in Newcastle, but she's proud and thankful for her roots in Drag Idol, and I doubt she'd miss it for the world. Now, unless you have the memory of a goldfish, you might recall that 2020 was an absolute nightmare of a year, with the global COVID epidemic striking at around week 4 of the competition. This led to a very unstable Drag Idol, with months between particular weeks of the competition. Because of this, contestants dropped out at random or could no longer attend due to distance. Luckily, we ended up with a very well-deserved winner when the show resumed in 2021, with the politically charged, cunning as a fox, AFAB queen Frida Sapphic. Or Sapphic. Frida Sapphic. I said it wrong. There you go, Frida. Since winning, Frida has been a voice for queer rights and AFAB performers, forming her own off-scene drag castle troupe alongside Baron LeVay and 2019 Idol icon Ivy. Frida is never one to waste a platform, so it will be great to see what she pulls out the bag for AllStars. We're into familiar territory now with both 2022 and 2023, which were covered by this very show, so you probably know what happened. In 2022, the dance duo and comedy sensations Bonnie and Bend Over Love smashed their way through the competition. But where are they now? Well, Ben is currently stage manager and scriptwriter for various theatre productions up and down the country, and Bonnie has become one of the hardest working queens in the Northeast, with residencies and cabaret shows all across the region. Most notably, nights at Bobby's Newcastle and the newly opened Bobby's Sunderland. She also featured in the music video for queer rock sensation MXYM single Coven, available on iTunes. As for 2023 winner Dyldo, well, it's still early days. Since their win earlier in the year, they performed at Northern Pride and numerous charity events for a variety of good causes. In particular, she recently brought back her amazing Darla number for Gloria Love's transition fundraiser, which I believe there's still time to donate to. Hint. And there you have it, all 16 winners of Drag Idol since it started in 2006. I hope this has been a useful refresher for most of you, and if you'd like to see some of these incredible artists perform, join me and everyone else at Drag Idol All-Stars All Winners on Sunday the 24th of September at Boulevard in Newcastle. Tickets are available from dragidol.co.uk. As for me, you can follow me on Instagram or at thevelvetsnatch.com or on the Girl Podcast GURL. So, don't be shy if you want to reach out. See you at the show. Goodbye. Sushe Buffet. Sushe Buffet. Sushe Buffet. Yes. Or at thevelvetsnatch.com or... Thank you, stomach. Sushe. Oh, what's that thing doing on? It's not 2024 yet, is it? Oh no, that could only mean one thing. Fuck, that was a great take, my stomach. I should have eaten today. I really should have eaten. Okay. We're into familiar territory now with both 2022 and 2023, which were covered by this very, very show. Very, very show. Why did I put next to very in? I'm not entirely sure. Sushe Buffet. Sushe Buff. But I can see why she renamed herself Ruby Reynolds.